Hello everyone. In this topic, we will talk about the IoT protocols or IoT networking protocols that we use for communication between our nodes, uh, nodes or smart devices and the IoT gateway, and also between the gateway and the cloud. As we said, that our ecosystem, IoT ecosystem, consists of a smart nodes on one side, a gateway in between, and between the gateway and a gateway, and after the gateway there is a cloud. So between the nodes and the cloud there is a gateway. So we used some kind of protocols to communicate, for the communication between the nodes and the gateway, and also some kind of a wireless networking protocols, or even wired in some cases, between the nodes and the sorry, between the gateway and the cloud. Um, now, now the choice of these networking protocols depends on the particular kind of application. For example, in a case of our nodes, which are very small powered or light power devices, we cannot use Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. We can use Wi-Fi or Bluetooth if our nodes are high power devices, and power is not an issue. But f- normally we use we use cellular, for example, GSM, UMTS, between the cloud and the gateway, or the Wi-Fi network between the cloud and the gateway. We can also use the same kind of network, by the way, between the nodes and the gateway, and also between the gateway and the cloud. For example, in the case of applications which are maybe confined to our home, in the case of home automation, we can use only Wi-Fi, both between the node and the gateway, and between the gateway and the cloud. Um, so these IoT or networking protocols use the both IP4 and IPv6 IP addresses. For example, in the case of 6LoWPAN, which is quite new, and CoAP and MQTT, we also support IPv6 IP address. But in the case of Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, or in the case of cellular networks, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are using IPv4, but for the cellular networks we also use IPv4 and IPv6, because there is UMTS, which is quite new. And now we define a little bit what is IPv4 and IPv6 address. IPv4 is actually a group of four numbers ranging from 0 to 255, which are separated by a dot, just like our traditional IP addresses that we have seen, but they have a very limited range. Just 4 billion IP addresses are in the world in this IPv4 format. So that's why we came up with a new standard, which is IPv6. IPv6 is actually a combination of a group of 8 hexadecimal digits, which combine to make an IP address, and they are separated by a semicolon, just like in the case of IPv4 we have a dot separation between the number or the group numbers. This IPv6 IP address is giving us a lot of range, much more than 4 billion, as in the case of IPv4. But we still have IPv4 addresses in the world still existing, because we still have our old and existing hosting services and networks that are still supporting the IPv4. So we cannot completely replace it at once with IPv6, but maybe in the future most of the devices will come to IPv6 addressing. But still, now today they are supporting both of these IPv4 and IPv6 based addresses. Uh, Now we will discuss a little bit what are the factors that are actually responsible for the choice of a particular IoT networking protocol between the nodes and the gateway, or between the gateway and the cloud. There are a lot of factors. For example,